Okay. Welcome to Rocket Triple X Radio, coming to you live on DemonSeedRadioNetwork.com. Check out all their cool shows, and we're here live tonight. If you want to catch us on YouTube, go to youtube.com/lowercase c/Rocket XXX Radio, and you can catch all of our shenanigans tonight on YouTube or rewatch them later for your pleasure and enjoyment. And then we're going to give a quick shout out to Tax Bros. Mike and his team, especially now because it's tax season, are very knowledgeable on all the new IRS laws that pass and all those regulations and blah, blah, blah. Stuff that I don't want to read. So have Mike and his team check it out for you. They do accounting, payroll. They can check your back taxes, find more money for you. Mike and his team are very knowledgeable. Check it out. Check out the website, xtaxpros.com. And then all that money you save, you can purchase some Spunk Lube. Go to spunklube.com. There's 4 varieties. There's hybrid, water-based, natural, and silicone. So, be safe, have fun. If you're sticking toys or body parts or whatever creativity you may come up with, Spunk Lube will help you fit it into those holes, orifices, and have some fun. And then afterwards, when you work up an appetite, go check out Jesse Ray's Barbecue here in Vegas. It is all about the butt. His meat just falls off. You want to shove it in your mouth with all that barbecue sauce dripping down. And that mac and cheese is so delicious. If you saw the Food Network, his little clip on there, forgot what it was called, but just all that meat and cheese, delicious. Check out Jesse Ray's Barbecue. And then, of course, you might have something sweet craving for a delectable delight. We have 3 locations of Pink Box Donuts in Las Vegas. And lucky you, they're open 24 hours a day. So anytime you have a sweet craving, check out Pink Box Donuts. And then all those calories you consumed, you're going to want to work them off. Check out the world-renowned Green Door here in Vegas. They've redone their insides. They have lots of couple spaces, lots of fun spaces to play, a dungeon, a golden shower room. Check it out. The staff is very friendly, and they will, if you tell them your fantasy, they will do their best to accommodate you and help you fulfill your fantasy, whatever little naughty things you can come up with. So check out the Green Door here in Vegas. It's awesome. And we have a great show for you tonight. We have our lovely guests here, the beautiful Tabitha Stevens. We have Laura Lamar, and, our pumpkin fucker, Jacob Style.
I have other videos.
I know, but pumpkin fucker is just so fun to say. And, it's just, I know, it's like, talking about food.
Right
Yes, just lick it, flick it with your tongue a little bit, get that little taste.
That's so fabulous.
Don't give me that look. You know me in food. I love talking about food that's good. Good food.
I'm with you.
Oh, I know, so good.
She actually pretty much had an orgasm from the bacon at Jackpots.
Oh gosh, I was hoping not to bring that up. Oh, I gotta talk about it. Oh,
Okay, tell me.
that piece of bacon. Because karaoke's at the Jackpot Bar and Grill. He'll get like the blue cheeseburger, and I usually don't like blue cheese. It's just not one of my favorites. But this, he shared this piece of bacon with me, and this is like the holy grail of bacon. It was cooked in like a rosette, and then there was just a little bit of like blue cheese dressing tucked in little pockets, and it was just fried up. There was like the peppery edges, the thick cut edges. Oh, that bacon piece, I just like made love with my mouth to it because it was just so good.
Were you
Those
holding
little
it like
bits-
this?
I was, because it was a pretty big piece of bacon, and so I didn't eat any of his other burger,
Right.
and I didn't have any food myself. But I just, for some reason, he was so generous and shared that piece of bacon. It was just, the crispiness, little
See, I
grease,
like
you know,
it
going.
almost. I like it super crispy, like super.
Yeah, it wasn't
super-
too, but like the edges were really crispy, but then it was still just, it was just, that was like the perfect piece of bacon I've ever had.
I'm hungry right now 'cause I'm
Yeah.
so.
I know,
I'm
and
totally hungry.
nothing has come
I ate
close to
before
it.
this, but now I'm like, did I really eat before this?
Any
I don't-
restaurants want to hire me to talk about food, you know? Hey. But yeah, that's like the holy grail of my bacon. It's just, because I don't normally like
Yeah,
blue cheese, but just a
seriously.
little bit to give that flavor to
Just a
balance
little,
out. Yeah, to balance out the
Find
saltiness
it on
of the bacon.
AlauraLamar.com, right?
Now I'm gonna
Yep,
have
I
to
know.
do it.
See his girl
That was
eat.
my bacon holy grail. I was like, oh, so good.
I love bacon.
You'll have another chance because karaoke is on Monday.
I know, but
I know.
you've had that bacon blue cheeseburger before, and they didn't cook the bacon quite the same. It was just like flat
It
pieces.
was a one-off.
I know, it was just that magical piece of bacon. It was rolled into rosette and just cooked, fried to perfection. It was just
Similar
Everybody at karaoke is gonna be ordering like a single strip of bacon now.
I know.
They're gonna hold
Excuse
it
me, I need a special order of bacon cooked in a rosette and seasoned perfectly. Oh,
With a little bit of blue cheese.
little bit of blue
Just a
cheese,
little-
not too much, because you don't want to overpower it and too
Yeah.
much flavor, but that perfect balance. Yeah. Oh, so
to,
good.
I don't know.
I don't know. That was
a
that perfect.
one-off.
It was. It was
It's
never
similar
to be
to the,
reached again.
It's similar to the adult industry. There's a lot of one-offs.
Yeah, that's true too.
Wait, what kind of one-offs are you talking about? I don't know.
There's a lot of guys that get into the industry
Right.
thinking it's easy,
Oh yeah.
and then
Big mistake.
not
the
easy.
first time they do a shoot, because we're restrictive. If these young guys come in and they have to use things like Viagra and stuff like that, we won't work with them.
Right.
Mainly because they're destroying their body, and I won't have a part with
Good.
that.
Good for
They
you.
don't need it.
That's awesome that you
we-
say that.
we've had-
Absolutely. I agree
We've
with
had
that.
we've had girls show up to set, and my background is medical, so I will, as we're doing, paperwork first. As we're doing the paperwork, I'm doing an assessment, and we had one girl that showed up, and I don't care if she had 12 shoots in a 10-day period. That's not my fault.
Yeah, booked herself
But she was
way
high,
overbooked.
and I was like, "We're not shooting you." And she got upset. I was like, "Okay, here's the deal. First off, it's illegal. You're impaired, so you can't even sign a contract.
That
Right.
and yeah, she
And
was working her body to the
You can't. You're no way able to give consent.
yeah.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
it-
that bad.
Yes.
Ooh, that's
She
not
was
good.
Yeah.
it was she was way out of it,
Hard on,
and that carries over to the film. And it's like that's just not
absolutely.
good stuff.
And that
You need to
just
go
looks
home and
bad.
rest.
Are they
Everybody
still
else.
Exactly.
doing the thing where this was? We're talking '90s because I'm that old, like really old. And but it's okay. But there was a time I'd worked with an actor that used to inject his penis with some kind of a steroid or something. I don't know what it was.
There are some that are still doing that.
They still do. Oh,
They
it was the
still do
most
it.
horrible thing to work with.
It's
because
still a
there's-
thing.
It was
yeah. Ugh.
so hard
It-
that it
yeah,
actually
hurt.
It hurt, and I hated it.
And it
I would refuse to work with him again.
awful.
It was
Yeah,
horrible.
I don't
Yeah,
understand why
that's
people will
it.
do
I can't
that
imagine what
either
kind of
because
damage he's
that
doing.
causes
That's vascular
yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
not just that, but first off, the penis is a giant spongy type material,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's supposed to be
and
squishy.
if
Yeah.
and
I wouldn't call it giant, but maybe that's just
Well,
me.
if-
Hey, you're doing yourself a disservice.
if you do a cross-cut section, a majority of the
It's all
penile
relative,
tissue
right.
is like a spongy material. And if it becomes too rigid, you can do permanent damage. That's why these guys that, they say, okay, after 4 hours, if you have a hard-on still from these pills, and we had people come into the emergency room where,
Yeah.
Really?
we'll give them
Wow.
injections trying to make it go down. That doesn't work. We have to bleed
Cut
it
it
out.
off.
No,
Oh,
we
no.
have to bleed it out.
Just cut it off. I'm joking. It's their own fault.
Lesson learned. Cut it off. Now you're done. You're a eunuch.
John Bob at those motherfuckers. I'm joking.
Snip, snip. Is she though? Is she? No.
But no,
Some
my-
would deserve that.
my big issue is the fact that these young guys are doing this, and when you take something that your body produces naturally, it stops producing it. So let's say you're using this stuff for 6 months. Now you're looking at 18 months before your body will start to reproduce it again.
So you're
And that's
Yeah,
at a
you're
lower
it's like an
level.
addiction to your
system.
dick, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's the
Pretty
same
much.
thing when
Exactly.
you take whatever pills, whatever
Right.
you take.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
later on, when you actually may need it, it will not work. I didn't want to. I don't get involved in that at all. But I showed them how to, and then afterwards, after they left, I was like, okay, a massive
Intense.
orgasm or a multiple
Yeah.
orgasm, the body responds to it as shock.
Right.
So you treat. It's just like in BDSM, there's aftercare. Go figure. But with a massive orgasm like that, yeah, you have to treat for shock. Don't give them a bunch of water, have them take small sips, get them some rest.
Yeah.
And-
It's like being stuck out in the
I usually
desert
just collapse.
and like,
Yeah.
Like,
Collabs.
you know,
like,
on a
yeah.
hike and you're stuck out there without anything, and then when they find you,
Well, because I go to death, I'm like,
It looks like it's not that far. No, it is. It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
don't do that. I mean, desert life. If you're gonna
Respect
walk,
the desert.
if you're gonna walk 2 miles, you're going to use a portion of your water, but you got to think about the fact that on the way back,
You gotta walk.
you're going to
that,
use
Yeah.
twice as much of that water.
Yeah.
And working on sand, for every step you take, you're taking 2 back.
oh yeah,
But yeah, because we've been looking at going out to. I have the benefit. My mom is caretaker for properties out in Death Valley.
oh right on.
So there's one place called the Viking Mine. It's got a bunch of old dilapidated buildings, and we were looking at doing like a steampunk type spaghetti western porn.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's
I know.
fabulous.
Spaghetti
I love
Western
that.
porn. Just saying it's so funny.
That's
It's
great.
awesome.
Porn is so oversaturated right now.
I know, you
have
gotta do
to
something
something to stand
entertaining.
out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
pretty much.
And yeah,
That's why I shoot ping
So-
pong balls out.
I
Exactly.
want to know about that.
Spaghetti
too,
Western
because I-
porn.
I'll show you a video later.
Oh,
I have a
that's so
video of me
cool.
like shooting ping pong balls out of my fun.
Do you
bits.
ever like?
Fun
And, like,
bits.
yeah, targets?
That's awesome.
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
I've drawn like a target and like shot at it, and like I've also made it in an ice bucket in a hotel room.
Mine would probably just go.
Yeah, I do this on demand. I will come to the hotel room and show you my tricks.
On
That's
demand.
awesome. Good
Look
for
at that. Fun
I like
porn
the way-
tricks.
I'm giving you a hand.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Wait.
And I'll hand you there.
Oh,
And then-
oh,
There you go.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
All fun
Well,
Well, now we have the
shenanigans.
little bat. We're gonna do a video where she's gonna shoot the ping pong balls out.
Yeah,
and
we
I'm
have
gonna
like
be
a
there with the
miniature
bat, like,
baseball bat.
Whoa.
Yeah,
great.
so we're gonna try to do like I guess beer or vag pong like baseball.
Badge pong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let's make that
baseball.
happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Like, is it a
Great.
wiffle ball bat or like a baseball?
No, it's like an actual little
wood.
Like a
mini
little
bat.
tiny wooden
Yeah,
bat.
yeah,
Oh,
those
yeah.
little mini bats.
Like those
yeah,
ones
it's
that were like
it
a
says
pen?
like Baltimore Orioles
Something,
or whatever
yeah.
on it or
Ball.
something.
Two more. Get it?
Ah!
All right, yes, I know.
Yes.
Everybody's finding out now. Tabitha's a little
I
bit.
love Goodwill. Oh, man.
you just got to make sure that if it does have a MLB team on it, cover it.
Yeah,
Oh, I
well,
know.
we're gonna
I know.
sand
We're
that
gonna
off.
sand it
I just
off.
got done watching.
Because we're gonna sand it down anyway. Just
I just got done watching
Make
about
sure, yeah.
somebody.
yeah.
They were shooting. It was a cam girl who was doing a solo scene,
Yeah.
and she was wearing a Raiders helmet.
Oh.
Nope, can't
No,
do
you
that.
can't.
NFL coming.
Ooh.
The NFL.
Oh, yeah.
They don't take too kindly
No,
to that.
none of them.
No.
Do. None of them do. So that's why you have to be careful with your
Right.
backgrounds.
Yes.
Because
and-
you're making
Yeah.
money with their
Be
logo.
careful
so
with
it's like-
licensed material.
Licensed
Yes.
material.
Yeah,
you have to be careful.
copyrighted stuff can
Well, that's
be
like
taken down.
the
easily.
emblem that I created for her scent for the bath bomb for Lavish Bubbles.
Oh, yeah, Lavish Bubbles.
I made sure to give them specific because I did. It was copywritten.
Mm-hmm.
I trademarked it. I made sure that when I gave them the actual design, I told them you do have specific permission to use this for
Yeah.
this,
Blah, blah,
this,
blah,
and
right.
this.
Selling the
Exactly.
bath bombs.
Yeah, because you don't mess with
Yeah, yeah.
trademarks are not something you play with.
But you got to
Yeah,
protect
not in
yourself too.
America.
So you
Right.
have to
Gotta protect
That's
yourself.
So
Yeah.
sad,
Yeah.
Well, that's when
Oh, yeah.
when we came up with the idea of Julie Rocket. I actually wrote it down and I mailed it to myself where I had to actually sign for it
Oh, cool.
because that
Uh-huh.
gives you the right of
Certified mail.
it's
Certified, yeah.
mail.
Yep.
It gives you right of first use
Yeah.
because I've already had 2 other girls that one was in Europe, one was in the UK, one was in Arizona, I think. That started using the Julie Rock, and I'm like, you can't use it. Oh, well, I've been using. I was like, we've been using it.
What
6
day,
years.
fucker? Yeah.
Don't you hate that? That happened to me. This is years ago. where somebody came out and tried to use the name, and I'm just like, you, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, guys, I've worked my ass off, literally,
Exactly.
for what I have, and you think it's okay to take
To
that.
just
and,
take
and to
it.
go on the road as a featured dancer, no
Oh,
less. And I'm like,
man.
and then
Wow.
people getting confused.
Ballsy
because
to
they're
try and do
thinking
that.
that
It's
it's
not
me, and it's like, then you have angry fans getting
Yeah.
hold of
Yeah.
you, saying that wasn't you. What's going on? What's going on? I'm like,
Well, not only that,
Yeah.
but then,
Don't confuse it.
then you have to deal with the
That's so
fact that
fraud.
what they're doing
Yeah.
to your brand. Are they
Oh,
going out?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
ruining it or just not taking the
Oh,
direction
yeah.
you wanted as an artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did when we created the Rocket Triple X Radio, where we created the Julie Rocket, XXX.com. I bought like 6 other websites with different variations of those names because this way nobody else can use them.
I did
Nothing
that.
close
I
to
made a mistake though. I did it years and years ago, in the '90s when when websites were first started.
Mhm, yeah.
I've always owned my domain, so I've always owned TabithaStevens.com. I did TabithaStevens.net, the whole thing. And then after years and years and years, they weren't doing so well. As far as like nobody was really
Yeah,
on
no one was
those
trying to get
specific
them or
sites.
anything.
So I let them go.
Oh.
Well, an ex-husband of mine, after we got divorced, what he did,
Oh.
he wasn't allowed to do anything with my name. He went and spelt my name differently instead of the way I normally spell it, and added a different letter to it.
Yeah.
And he domained that, and he owned a website company at the time too.
Oh, so
So,
yeah, easy
and at that
access.
point, I was on Howard Stern all the time. I was a regular on the Stern Show, pretty much. I can't say regular, but I was regularly a frequent guest, let's say, on
Frequent
the show.
guest, yeah.
And so he was trying to capitalize, because what would happen is if somebody typed in Tabitha and they spelt it wrong,
Yep.
Which happens.
Which happens all the time.
easily all the
they
time.
think,
yeah.
oh, that must be her. And in our divorce decree, he's not supposed to have anything to do with it.
Oh.
So finally I pulled it. So I'm just imagine. I know how much money I made
Mm-hmm.
after that. I mean, I made a lot. I'm thinking, wow, this guy's making money on me after
Shady
our divorce. All
son
this
of a
stuff.
bitch.
And it's like, it gets you right in the
It
gut.
does,
'Cause,
yeah.
I mean,
don't be that
it's
asshole,
like, yeah, don't,
shady son of a
exactly.
bitch.
You know what? We all
Karma.
have to do our thing.
Karma.
And that's one
yeah.
of the reasons why I made sure I did multiple spellings.
Misspelling.
Right.
Misspelling
Would
it,
actually
yeah.
So
misspell
smart.
it.
And this way, I own all of those front and back. And
Just keep them.
yeah, even because we do this not because we're trying to make millions of dollars. We do it because it's fun.
Right.
When it's no longer fun, we find the next venture.
But
But
your name is your name. That's
Yep.
like
Exactly.
you created the brand.
Yeah. We've
And
worked hard to
yes,
create this
yes,
brand, this
absolutely.
persona, and no one's going to take that.
nope.
No. Create your
And
own
I-
persona.
And I
Yes.
do. I go. I'm the Disney of porn, motherfuckers. I go after everybody.
Oh, better be careful.
Oh yeah! Don't
You
put the
just
D
said
word with the
Disney,
P word.
yeah.
DMP.
No.
There's a DP.
DP, but
That's not really a DP.
Thing is, though, look at some of Disney's stuff, though. I mean, some of Disney's stuff is quite erotic.
Yeah, it can be.
But it's still, yeah.
But
Yeah.
they've
It's
already
still a D
licensed
word.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney princess
Ooh,
is hot.
I know, with their long flowing hair,
and
their
shell bra
skirts.
up on
Yeah.
True. But no, I
Tiny little
do.
waist,
I
yeah.
tend to go after everybody. The two girls that did that, I went after them. I filed a cease and desist, and the one didn't take it seriously,
Oh, really?
and then she got visited by the
Hey,
constable, and
that's right.
That's
all of a
gonna
sudden
happen.
she took it seriously. I don't want to. These girls don't have much to take.
Right.
So I
And
wasn't
it's not
trying
like you
to.
want to take from
No,
them, but
I
be
just want
fair.
It's
them
the
to stop.
principle,
Right,
yeah.
Taking from
absolutely.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's the
Be
principle.
fair.
Thing is,
Don't
I mean-
take someone else's
Yeah. Name.
name,
Work.
domain, work.
That's
and
right.
Yeah.
create your own. Do all the hard work.
Yeah. Well, that's another
It'll feel
reason
better.
I rebranded, because Sassy Pants is super common.
Yeah,
So Alara Lamar, definitely more unique.
it
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
And it just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
And your eyes are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I know,
was
they're
gonna say,
gorgeous.
I can say the same
No,
about
but I like
yours,
your
but-
Big
eyes.
baby
Can I
blue
borrow
eyes,
them for a
love
minute?
those.
Stick them in and be like, hey.
I mean, they're great, but they don't work. I mean, if you want to try them out.
Mine don't work either. I'll take it.
They're just pretty things to look at.
Right?
So AVN is coming up.
yeah.
Karaoke
Oh,
on
yeah.
Monday. Just looking at the Jackpot Bar and Grill we were just talking about with the food. And the theme is the Roaring Twenties, which is awesome because of 2020. So that's going to kick off. Do you have plans of going or maybe stopping by? It's pretty cool. But that's a way to kick off AVN week, the crazy week of
And I got you.
You got me a very cute outfit.
I got
It's
you
like
an
a little
outfit.
flapper dress with a little headband and a feather, gloves, the pearls.
No, you have for a voice this year too.
We're
Yes.
bringing style back in the 20s.
We are bringing style back, yes. I'm up for fan favorite BBW, I believe.
Yes.
Yes. Look at me now. So it's awesome. It's being awesome nominated, and
Yeah.
fans have voted, so it's awesome. I
Oh,
mean,
that's awesome. That's
yeah.
to me, that's the best bet.
It
The
is.
best ones are when the fans.
yeah,
vote.
the fans vote, so thank you all those fans who voted. Keep voting. Yay.
The very first avian that we went to, we were headed towards where one of the parties were at, just outside of the Hard Rock area, and there was a whole slew of fans out there, and none of them could get in, and so she's like, she didn't really want to go to the party anyway, so she's out there hanging out with the fans, and the one was like, "You're gonna come and hang out with us?" Yeah. And it was like
it's
her
fun, yeah,
shit blew
exactly.
up.
I think that's awesome.
Fun people.
All of a sudden, her web page and everything blew up. I was like, wow, okay. So, and that goes to the fact that, the hands that lift you up are the ones that will rip you apart or cradle you when you fall. Because
Yeah.
there is always an apex. Doesn't
Oh, yeah.
matter what
Yes.
job you're doing, no matter what career
What
field.
career you
There's an
always
apex.
peak, and then
Yeah.
So, remember where you come from, because when you fall,
Well, that's happened to quite a few big names in the industry.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you watch them. and
don't
it's
be an
like-
asshole.
Exactly. And, then that drives me insane because I'm looking going, my God, to have all this, be grateful because you know what? Your fans are the ones that, they're the ones that make you.
Yeah, absolutely. Every one of them is helping us build toward our dreams. Like, that's why we're able
It
to be
is.
here and do
Yep.
this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's cool, but
They're the ones
Avian.
that
They
keep the
motivate us,
lights
right?
on.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
does,
They
yep.
motivate.
And the fans are so cool and creative, and just the things that they
I was gonna
say,
yeah,
they're so
some of the-
sweet.
Some of the ideas I've gotten have
Yeah.
been very creative.
Very creative. You're like, huh,
A plus
didn't think
for
of that combination.
creativity.
Alrighty, good. Yeah, we could try it. Not, But it's awesome.
The big
So,
thing with Avian.
Thank you, fans.
The Avian this year, the last several years, it's been changing up considerably. There's an entire different, dress code.
Yeah, just
code
like
of
any
conduct.
business.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're on if you're on the actual expo floor, it's a little bit more lenient. But once you leave the expo floor back into the Hard Rock, shoulders and cleavage have to be covered. No sheer clothing.
That happened to me one
Shoulders
year,
have to
yeah.
cover.
have to be
Really?
covered?
Shoulders have to be
Okay, are
covered.
Mormons in charge?
Wow.
Seriously.
Go back to the
Maybe they'll get
Victorian.
some garments
it.
like
Especially with social media sometimes. It can be a little
Oh,
tough.
yeah.
People could be, but you
Social
can't let
media
it
is
kink
just-
your hose. You just let, what? Sometimes it'll start to, and you're like, nope, nope, nope. Put
You're
on
just like,
the
yep,
glass.
push it away,
Close right,
turn it
close right.
off,
Don't
turn off
kink
that
that
show.
hose. Yeah,
Yep, turn off the
can't
social media if you
stand
don't.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
too
that's- and
negative.
that's
but
one of
yeah.
the things that
Because
we-
life is too short. Enjoy.
We've
Yeah.
talked
Tell a
about
funny
that several
joke.
times, where it's like when your tweets come in, she'll be having a shitty day, and your tweets come in, and it's like, there's
So
rainbows.
nice.
Like,
Yes.
okay, cool.
Enjoy. So cute.
The
Yes.
world is
love
a
it.
crazy place as it is, and it's like, what? If you could just bring joy to one person.
Yeah,
doesn't
one
matter. And
moment
that's
just relieve their
great.
stress for a little bit. It's like, I did
And I'm
my part.
sincere too. I mean, I know you are too. It's like I feel I'm not going to bullshit somebody because to me it's just like
I
that's a
can't,
waste of
yeah,
time.
yeah,
I
I
can't. It's
can't.
not in me.
She's a horrible bullshit artist.
I'm not a
She
good
couldn't lie her way out of a paper
I
sack of
know.
holes.
Yeah, no.
Would she be laughing and smiling when she did
I would. I'd be really cute about it. Sorry, here's some bad news. Sorry.
Gotta go, bye.
See ya.
I don't want to kink your hose.
Yeah, exactly. Here's some food. Yeah, that'll keep you occupied. I'm gonna just go run. Some chocolate chip cookies. There we go.
Oh,
that makes everybody
God.
happy.
Oh, it does. It does. Oh, I made a lot this year for the holidays.
Oh.
I did. I like the kind. Mine are the thin, crispy kind.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the thick, doughy kind. I like them thin, but they're like this big. Like
Oh,
they're huge. And
yeah.
they're crispy, and there's a lot of extra sugar in it. And they're
Chocolate
so,
chips,
So I made and actually I gave Lizzie Borden. Yes, our friend
Oh,
Lizzie Borden. 80s
gave
rock star.
homemade
I know. I
cookies.
gave him a bunch, and so I asked him. I said, "Did you eat the cookies?" He's like, "Yeah." I ate them in one sitting, and I gave him a freaking ton of them. And I'm just like, really? He's
Did he
like,
have a
They
ton
were
of
really
all that
good.
sugar?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, he was
enjoyed
bouncing,
it.
Yeah, he was
Oh.
bouncing off the walls. But I was like, oh, really? And then I had made an extra
Oh.
batch because Gary and I accidentally ate the extra batch we had for another friend of ours who went out of
Whoops.
town. He was out of
Whoops.
town. It was
Exactly.
there.
You don't want
cities
them to
were-
go to waste. They're best fresh.
The
I had to
cookies
get
were
more.
sitting out. They were getting
Yeah,
cold
yeah.
and eaten.
Yes. So I
You had
made
to do
an
quality
extra
control.
batch.
You had to taste them.
Yes, I made the extra batch, and then I brought them out for New Year's Eve to give to him. And then I asked, I said, Lizzie, listen, I'm making these cookies. Do you want me to make you some more? Yes, LOL. I'm like, okay. Yours like LOL. I'm like, okay. So I thought that was pretty funny. So
That's
I
cool.
get him his cookies, and then I gave my buddy Scotty the other damn cookies. Lizzie ate all the damn cookies from the after I got them, and then he sends to Scotty's. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, but they're
No,
good. They're so
not
good.
yours.
I'm like, oh. So now we know how to win over
But
Lizzie.
that's
Bake
the
him.
so delicious. Like, what do you need from the store? We'll go get it, bake. I'll clean up the kitchen so you can bake the next batch. She made this. It was after the holidays, but she did this because I've never made homemade lasagna from scratch. I'm like, that's way too many steps.
Oh, it's
I'm like,
awesome.
nah, no. But she did a white spinach, chicken, and lasagna. Oh my gosh, it was so good. The cheeses was so rich. The thing was
She
so
she swears she's
heavy.
never doing it again though.
She asked it again for when Grandma visits, because we told Grandma on the phone like how delicious it was. She's like, "Oh, I wish I was there." Still
I got to
to
figure
try
out
it."
what I'm gonna put,
But-
what prank I'm gonna pull next, because usually every time my mom comes into town,
Yeah,
it's like I had
you're
a
lucky your mom didn't have a heart attack. The different pranks you pulled.
yeah.
What
Oh,
did you
But she has a good sense
Oh,
of humor. Luckily,
this goes way back. I mean, when I went to basic training, she sent me a fucking blow up doll, which
Your
I
mom?
yeah.
yeah.
You're the best.
I had to
I
walk
know,
around
that's
with
so
it
awesome.
for 3 days. So I sent her
Care package.
I sent her a care package, but I had it rigged. It was a transgender blow up doll, and so when she opened the box, it automatically started to inflate with the dick right at eye level.
She's sitting
Her.com.
creative. Go to the sex
The
part.
show
so,
made a
yeah.
whole nother turn, didn't it? It's like, right, that was gross, and
Yes, you're
you just wanted to slide all over. It whatever.
Yeah.
I
Huh.
don't remember that part. I just know what the hell was I thinking, but I wasn't at that time. I'm just like, oh,
You
whatever.
weren't thinking.
A tres leches cake.
Make it
That's a
one
whole lot of.
Gooey, gooey.
That's a whole lot of gooey, smoothy.
And that's the thing
yeah.
with okay. Now that's the thing with porn that a lot of people out there watching it, they really buy into it, and
Yeah.
they think, oh, cool with this. And I-
You exactly what do you mean for the scene, and then maybe we could possibly work on something because I didn't know
Right.
how far he wanted it, and then maybe we'll just do a regular scene or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, he brought the costume, he brought the hood, the robe,
yep.
and everything,
I-
and he was like,
Vito, Vito.
yeah, and he was
Right.
like, he wanted to, the way he portrayed the scene, it's like he wanted me to get into it and call him names and everything. I'm like, yeah,
You
no.
can't come back from that.
Fits my brand.
Yeah, that's not.
No.
Yeah, and I mean, super nice guy, but I'm like, that's not something that. Yeah,
And I-
you
and I
can't
know
come back from that. And it's
That
like
I
don't
know
want to
that is
portray
a big seller for some,
but it's like, yeah, it's
but
not me.
I don't
you
want to
can't.
be a part of that market.
No, you
No,
back from that at all.
Exactly.
No.
And it's similar. You're going to end up with a fan base that is, as what I would classify as a dangerous fan base.
Yeah,
People that'll show up at your house.
and that could do dangerous things. Yeah.
My whole job is to
We don't need to
mitigate
do that.
risk. My job is to protect her brand,
Right.
and I take it very seriously. So, personally, people are always giving me shit about, oh, well, you let her do this. I don't let her do shit. It's her body, her choice. Do whatever.
There's a troll under the table there.
Child, start messing with it.
I'm like, what's happening?
Ooh, getting easy access for later.
Setting up for a foot scene.
I saw it.
I guess so.
Oh, he's gonna stick his foot in a pumpkin.
You know,
You're never gonna
really,
live that
how
down.
is it that
Wait,
I
what does he
have?
do with the
Okay,
pumpkin?
Oh yeah,
here's
you
what
gotta
I
tell
don't
her.
get.
You gotta tell her.
Okay.
Love to a pumpkin.
He made
I-
love.
I made
Ooh.
love to that
He
pumpkin.
did.
Yeah, he
you
warmed
like
up.
It
He
was-
warmed up the
Yeah,
pumpkin.
okay,
I heard
so-
watermelons are like that too. Like,
Look,
no, seriously,
I'll,
have you done
I'll
that?
tell you.
Okay.
I haven't.
Oh, summertime.
I'll tell you the. I'll tell you the
Summertime
pumpkin.
watermelon.
Okay.
Got a pumpkin. It was a nice.
It was nice,
plump
round,
pumpkin. It was big.
a
it was
good
round.
shape.
Okay, this is all on my
This
Pornhub,
is
by the way.
pre-cut, right? Like no jack-o'-lantern. This is just a regular pumpkin.
This
with
was
seeds.
Yeah.
this pumpkin was not cut. It was pure virgin pumpkin.
Pure virginal
Okay,
pumpkin.
never been penetrated. So
Oh.
so the setup. Okay, I put a little bit of coconut oil on the pumpkin, make it shiny.
Make
Got
it
my nice camera, all
nice,
well lit and
yeah.
everything. I got the 3-point lighting all focused on the
nice.
pumpkin, make it
Okay.
look nice.
Okay.
Okay, like backlit.
Oh,
the
how
whole
big
nine.
was it?
It was a
This
good
big.
size, yeah.
It's a good size.
Yeah,
It was the
like,
size of
yeah.
like a big booty.
Okay.
That comes
Big
into play
booty
later.
pumpkin.
So, the scene starts out, and I'm kind of just caressing the front of the pumpkin.
Gentle.
And then it jump cuts, and there's a little tiny opening.
Oh,
And I'm
it magically
caressing
appeared.
the tiny opening.
Yep.
Okay.
And it jump cuts, and the opening's a little bit bigger.
Ooh.
And I'm caressing the little bit bigger opening.
Getting her
This
all
is like
warmed
5
up.
minutes of foreplay, getting the pumpkin
On a
warmed up, getting the pumpkin
pumpkin.
excited.
Okay.
Really getting the pumpkin
Beautiful,
ready until finally there's a round cock-sized hole. Also, the outer edge has to be cut away, not just like if you ever see a
have to
It would
pumpkin.
hurt.
You have to
Yeah.
shave the
Right.
skin away.
Yeah, if you ever see a pumpkin where the hole's just cut straight in, you know
Yeah.
they're not actually fucking that pumpkin.
Right.
Because one thrust in,
know
I was
from
like, oh, I have to fix
experience.
this.
Right.
So-
I have to adjust. Yeah.
Finally, the pumpkin is
Caress
ready.
it
The
more.
pumpkin is excited. The pumpkin may or may not have already come at least once.
Ooh.
Was it spitting out seeds?
Intercourse with the hole. And it was nice. We did doggy pumpkin first.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
There were many
Yeah.
positions.
Apparently.
There were multiple positions.
He was
We
very
also,
creative
we
with that
moved
pumpkin.
on to reverse cow pumpkin.
Oh, wow. That would have been, I could see that. That's
No, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was a kind of almost POV shot.
Wow.
And I've got the pumpkin up. The bottom of the pumpkin is kind of toward the camera, so it looks like butt cheeks with an
Yep.
anus between them. And I just got it bouncing on top of me. And
Ooh,
looks
gets that
pretty
good
good,
rhythm going.
Yeah.
and then I set the pumpkin down, and we do the cum shot. It was a decent
Did you do it on
cum
the
shot.
face of the pumpkin?
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
mean,
I
it
guess
was
it's the butt.
it
The
was
butt? Oh, the
kind of a
backside.
body shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Body shot, yeah.
So,
You're respectful
I've
of the
received
pumpkin.
compliments from like guys that downloaded the video. So.
Oh, I bet that's
Very
But
nice.
Okay, so here's what I don't understand though. How is it that I'm the pumpkin fucker? There's a bunch of pumpkin fucking videos online,
Right.
but also my vasectomy is on Pornhub. How is that not what I'm known for? And it's this pumpkin thing that everybody has.
Vasectomy just doesn't roll off the tongue as well as
Because
pumpkin
vasectomy is more
fucker.
cringe, and pumpkin
Yeah.
is
That's
more
more
hilarious.
medical.
I guess.
Yeah, that's more of a
I guess I did
medical-
get the most views from medical gore communities.
There you go. See?
Oh, and I did not know your
Pumpkin thing.
vasectomy was on
That's-
Pornhub.
Try the watermelon. I heard that's a
We will
big.
have to do that in June or
It's supposed to
July.
feel
That would be a
really
good
Summer,
summer one, yeah.
It's not like a picnic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look forward to that.
I already set the scene.
Look forward to that,
Oh,
Jacob
yes,
Style
yes.
fans.
Get a blue and
watermelon.
white checked blanket,
yeah.
the nice
Get a
pumpkin with
couple
the,
shots
or
of
not
the
pumpkin,
Paris
watermelon.
No, no, no.
With the green.
Snap,
Oh,
snap, snap.
the
I
lovely
can green
colors.
screen, and we can go to a bunch of different places.
Ooh.
But with the watermelon, it'll be hard because it's green. Because you can't.
Oh yeah, you can't do
Right.
green screen.
Okay, all
So,
white screen.
so you just buy a tapestry of the French countryside.
There you go.
Yeah.
Set up a
And then all of a sudden, as he finishes up with the watermelon,
Right.
we can do some vore, where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a pumpkin lands on his head. And crushes him.
Oh my gosh!
Revenge.
The pumpkin
She
comes
was
back.
jealous. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but
It just shows the
sperm
pumpkin like
off of
peeking
it?
around a corner and then
Right.
just like walking away with like the stem kind of down, just like
Yeah.
Wait, the watermelon or
the pumpkin.
Oh, the pumpkin.
The
Oh,
set-
oh,
yeah,
it's-
blue screen.
Oh, a
There you go.
blue
This guy gets it.
Did the
screen.
pumpkin destroy the watermelon or you? I'm
don't think
confused
that-
now.
I don't
Pumpkin
think
destroys
that the
him.
Oh.
He's
It
getting
should,
really
like,
violent
destroy
into
the
it.
watermelon because it'd be funnier.
Yeah.
Be like jealous, like
Yes.
Oh yeah, and then
take it
crush,
down.
crush, crush,
Yeah.
smash,
Or,
smash.
or no. See, the
Oh.
watermelon and the pumpkin start fighting, but then a very dramatic turn towards one another, and then all of a sudden you see it in their eyes. They dramatically turn towards him and attack him
But maybe.
because the man is to blame.
Oh, well,
There we go.
that's usually what happens.
That's usually usually the man's fault.
Have you
Somewhere.
ever seen those videos where they put a bunch of rubber bands on a watermelon and it turns it into like a butt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at all this
I don't even know about
creativity
this.
going.
I'm all excited.
It's like if you put the rubber bands in the middle of
Right.
the watermelon, it kind of like
Yeah,
squeezes
squishes
the middle
it,
and
yeah.
it expands
I saw
out.
the video. I saw the
And
video where the
eventually
guy
they
kept doing
explode
it,
from the
and
pressure if
one
you
of
do
the
too much
All right,
pressure.
I
Did
need
it hit
you
him in
guys
the
to
face?
consult
Yeah.
on this
Uh-huh.
project. I'll have
And
my
I
people
think
call
that'd be
your
a cute
people.
cum shot. If
Unless it
like
exploded.
the
Imagine when
watermelon
he's doing it.
exploded
Yeah,
and
he's
that was
doing
the
it,
cum shot,
and then it blows up.
watermelon cum.
Whoa.
And it's just
Oh,
like
that's good. That's good.
yes.
That is
There we
good.
go.
No one steal that. That's copyrighted.
It's copyrighted. Excited.
certified male
There's-
myself.
where you could do that, where you use a bladder system inside. You make a small cut into the watermelon on
Yeah,
the
like
underside,
Like the tiny- you put a
hole
backpack?
on
Yeah,
the ends,
and
or
then-
something,
Oh, yeah.
like when you hollow out an egg on
that's
the
a good
inside.
idea.
and then you insert a bladder similar to what you would use in
And then
special
inflate
effects
it.
for a blood
Right.
bladder or whatever.
Or even like those inflatable butt plugs would work probably.
Not very
Inside.
much because they tend to blow out through the hose in the back end.
He knows a lot about
He
that.
does, yeah.
Like with the watermelons and
He-
such. What's going on?
I love it.
He does a lot of pranks.
He's already
and,
done that. There's
yeah.
already like a hidden video somewhere that we don't know about.
I miss my inflatable butt plug. Hey, if any of y'all want to see a scene with me using an inflatable butt plug, hit me up.
Shameless plug, yes. Go for it.
'Cause I could use another one of those.
Shameless butt plug. There we go. Awesome. Always
I don't
working.
even know
Yep.
about this. All right, let me explain something. It's been a while. I kind of took like a hiatus kind of thing. I did the show after Porn Ends, but I never really quit, even though it was the show. But I hadn't done anything in a while, so I'm like, I guess whatever. Because you can't really. It's so hard because, like even like the OnlyFans. For a year or two, I was posting cute nudie stuff, and then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Let's just do some hardcore shit. That's what I'm known for.
Yeah.
I'm not, oh, let's just be cute and smile and do show tits. Who fucking cares? I mean, this is what created the brand, right?
Yeah,
So I just
exactly.
started doing that, and it's like, now I'm getting it. So now I'm learning about different ways to, shoot things and whatever. What's kind of the new fun, cool thing to do? And now
Exactly,
there's
'cause it
inflatable
changes
butt
with
plugs.
time.
What
Yep.
do they look like?
They're just
So-
normal butt plugs, but then they have like rubber covers over them, and
Oh.
like it's got a little squeezy thing, and it just
Similar to like a blood pressure cuff.
Yeah, you squeeze it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it
how
inflates.
wow.
It
I
just
had no
inflates
idea.
like a thick balloon.
Okay.
yeah. They've
Yeah.
had them for a few years.
Oh, I don't even. Yes, I don't know.
I know, right?
Kind of like, yep. Nope.
See,
You're not in sex
Change it with the
often.
times.
Yeah.
Change it with
We-
the times. Yep.
we could always dress up
Update.
the Blitzkrieg as a pumpkin.
How would you dress it up as a pumpkin?
Put like a inflatable pumpkin, around it,
Oh, okay. The
and
machine.
then
Fuck machine.
we'll have.
Oh.
Ooh.
I gotta start limbering up. Now I need the inflatable butt plug.
Now he needs it
that machine because it's
Because you knew he was going
To
do it.
fuck
To
him.
bang my ass.
to fuck
to
his
be able
ass.
to shoot with it because we want
You heard it here first. Krieg built the Blitzkrieg to blow
Not
out
for
my
me.
ass.
Not to fuck his ass. Oh, okay.
I am honored.
I'm not going to come back from that one.
You're not gonna come back from that one.
No,
At least you
we
feel honored.
We wanted a
They
machine that we could
thought it was
shoot
for
with
me, no.
because fuck machines are loud, and
This one's quiet.
this one is whisper quiet.
and very adjustable.
It's
The
adjustable.
angle, the depth.
You're so fucking creative.
And
That's insane.
I know he's awesome.
my
He's a
two
keeper.
concerns were noise and heat, because I wanted to go with an electric motor instead of an actual mechanical motor. Problem is that an electric motor will burn hot, and I don't want the girls to get hurt.
Ooh, yeah, you're
So I cracked the case, respun the copper, and filled it with fire foam to take care of the heat.
Okay.
Well, in the process of doing that, it made it whisper. I mean, the Hitachi is louder.
Yeah, the Hitachi one is
Really?
louder than the
Wow.
fucking machine.
So
Hitachi's so loud though.
yeah,
they
yeah, they are real loud.
Yeah.
but one of the things that I noticed in a lot of especially the big kink videos, those machines are like cha-chunk, cha-chunk, cha-chunk. I'm like, you can't really do anything with that unless that's the exact scene that you're doing. So this way we can build prosthetics around it, make it look like a
Godzilla.
a Terminator.
Hey, you could
Wow.
do,
Terminator.
You could probably do like a glory hole type thing too.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
cool.
yeah, there we
How
go.
cool is that?
'Cause we
So
saw some
many
videos on my
creative
Well, 'cause-
aspects.
Glory
Yeah.
Johnny, matter of fact, because with Johnny, I actually dropped it off at her house because she had surgery.
She spent the night with the fucking
And I was like, she wasn't going to be able to do
It was
anything
quite
for a
blissful,
while.
she said.
And I'm like, okay, well, I'll come over, I'll set it up, and it can spend the night with you.
His dick, huge,
I've seen pictures of
massive.
She was FaceTiming while
Oh, yeah,
she
that was funny.
FaceTimed him while using
While I
his
was
life-size
using his,
replica
replica.
Oh,
on her.
It was pretty
Oh,
funny.
wow.
I was like,
He
who
got
are
a
you
kick out
talking?
of that.
I was like, who are you talking to on the phone? And then she turns it.
Shay,
It's
hi.
Shay.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like,
He thought that was hilarious. It was so
that
funny.
blew my mind. I
He's
was
so
like,
sweet.
okay.
Now, was he easy to work with? My thing is this. I had a hard time with guys that have really, really big ones. I'm just very small and I think I'm trying to think who the largest
It's hard.
was Scott Nails.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
him? That to me was big. So I'm like, there was this one beautiful black actor. Not in the business. This is mainstream actor. I'm not going to say his name because not fair.
Yeah.
It was like this. Like, seriously. And I looked at it. And I'm going,
Where the fuck is that
no,
going?
and I'm like, is it going to tell me fucking jokes? It's like a fucking human. Like, I'm like, what's happening?
Is it gonna tell me
I was
jokes?
waiting
That's
for jokes.
awesome.
I was waiting for it to talk. It was like another person. And I'm like, and he's laughing, and we're having a good time.
Yeah.
And I could fit it in my mouth, okay. But once it got in, I swear it got like that far. And he's like, "You're so tight." I'm like, "You're so fucking big." But it happened really fast. It was done pretty quickly because those two things happening.
Yep.
But it was crazy because I'm going, I don't know if I could be with somebody like that every day. I think I'd be dead. Like, you would puncture a lung.
You
for
got
sure.
the
There's a lung,
diaphragm.
yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna say, you'd
I'm like,
have
wow.
bruised
feels
internal
like-
organs
Yeah,
that
so
aren't
he'd
working.
pull it out, and then
like, yeah.
I'd have a hysterectomy. There you
Pretty
go.
much.
No kids for me.
You're welcome. There we go. Done.
That's a lot cheaper than the
Multi-
other.
Yeah, you can pay good money for that.
Right?
Multitask.
See,
There we go.
Shane Diesel can be good for that. There you go. If you
There
want
we
a
go.
hysterectomy, call Shane Diesel. He'll fucking take that shit right out. Both. There you go.
Pop. There you
It
go.
costs a
Done.
lot less. You're right. Than going and having surgery.
Yeah.
Amazing. But yeah, I just don't know. That to me is like, wow. Like, I swear, I got like, it was sad. I'm like, I suck. Like, I suck so bad. I felt bad for him. I kind of felt bad for him for a second. Not really. But
For a brief second,
because
yeah.
he has the, like,
But yeah.
because it's such a big, like, seriously, the head of this was like this
Most
microphone.
women are going to be afraid of it.
Yeah.
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 That's
And
so
also, because
So
like
it's
sometimes.
hard to have an actual meaningful like sexual relationship with someone when it's just like
Yeah, what do
Yeah.
you do? It's like,
what?
It's find other ways for pleasure,
Yeah,
and also
basically.
it depends on also because
Work around.
work around.
yeah, how
Let
do
me
you
build
work around
something.
that?
Here's my
Yeah.
arm just going.
Oh, yeah, here's my arm.
Lube it up, yeah.
With the shake weights, you know, just like, all right, I'll be ready. Give me 6 weeks.
There we go, yeah.
I don't know.
But also goes to like, does the guy know how to use
True. That's
his
the big
stuff
part of it,
correctly
Yeah.
instead of just ram? Like,
Oh, isn't that the
no,
worst?
don't
Oh.
just.
Yeah.
The dumb ones pound the hardest.
Yeah.
You.
Don't do that.
Get out of there. What is wrong with you? Big or small? I don't
That-
care.
Yeah, exactly. Big or small.
That's
know
when you
how
turn
to
around and say, "Okay, now it's your turn, bitch."
use. Now it's your turn.
What do
Have
you
my
mean?
strap on.
I know, really. What do you mean?
One of her scenes she did with Raven Rocks, the point of the elbow right in the eye,
Oh,
Sorry.
and it actually
Right,
broke.
ocular
It
cavity.
fractured the ocular cavity. I can't fix that.
Also, remember, he's had previous injuries from male stupidity and the military, so his bones are kind of easier to break. So,
Yeah.
yeah, see,
They're also easier to fix. Duct tape works great.
that's good. That's true too.
But I had to go to the hospital for that because I didn't want to mess with the ocular cavity,
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah,
the optic nerve. And the whole time I was there, almost 4.5 hours, all they were doing was, "It's okay, you can tell us. You're an abused husband."
Oh my gosh. So I'll just look
So,
That's on my
oh, yeah.
my tablet. I have 3 movies that are on there that are downloaded. I have Mandy, Alita Battle Angel,
That one's a
and
good one.
I have Guns, Blood, and Girls, Guns, and Blood. I kind of constantly just kind of keep
Go back and
rewinding it
forth.
and watch
Well, you don't
Rebecca
have
Love walk
Hereditary on
down the.
there?
Fuck no. I like watching Rebecca Love walk down that hallway. and
That
get ready-
one scene when she walks down the hall, oh, so super sexy, amazing. She's awesome.
I know. I
Shout out
can't.
to Rebecca.
I can't say. I
I
can't
know.
say no to her.
Just
Well,
like,
you're a boob. I'm like everybody.
Or tell us how fabulous and wonderful y'all are.
We had one. We had one
we will take
person
it
text
exactly.
in. No question. Just wanted to let you know you're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
For all of us, yeah.
Thank you.
We'll all accept that compliment, yes.
I knew it was going to be like, hi, BB. You're gorgeous. Eggplant emoji.
Eggplant emoji.
With the squirt.
It's a square.
There, if you want
Peach
to,
emoji too.
oh,
you know.
peach emoji, because we talked about the pumpkins and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to text any questions or, fabulous compliments, 702-660-0760.
I got it right.
All right. Yes. Yeah. I'm reading off of yours.
Oh, no.
Whoops. Someone getting prank calls from all these texts and
What the
eggplant
hell?
emojis.
Yeah, I know.
Got to be careful now.
That would be
A lot of the platforms now, if you use certain emojis, they start blocking you
start-
and banning you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I've
Yes.
noticed?
They have the
Facebook and
algorithms figure it
Yes.
out.
To answer, this is weird. So
They suck
for a minute, I know.
One of those.
I have a hard time with Instagram. So for
I do
at
too.
least 3 months now, my numbers have stayed exactly the same. Twitter has gone through the roof. Everything else I've done goes through the roof. For some reason, Instagram is not moving at all. And I look to see, you'll look at one person's name and to see, okay, is anybody else coming in? And there's so many more. It's almost like they're not doing it.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that
Huh.
shadow banned?
I don't know.
Can you be
Yeah,
shadow
you
banned on
might be shadow
Instagram?
banned.
Oh.
On Instagram?
Shadow banning does happen on
On
both
Instagram?
Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Well, I mean, just like that girl that was selling nudes for Australia, they shut her down.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't do. I'm careful what I post. I'm very cool with that.
Yeah.
I just thought that was strange because
That is strange.
Why is
She
it
wasn't
They
so
will
even
shut
putting the
you
nudes
down.
on
Yeah.
Instagram.
You can have a
know?
personal
Like-
Instagram, and they'll shut it down just if they find out that you're any sort of sex worker.
You know what?
Yeah.
I noticed that too. I
Yeah.
heard because then it started doing
Facebook
something where it
and
wouldn't let me
Instagram.
like
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It
That's
stopped me
shadow
from
banning.
doing all.
That's a shadow ban.
That's
It
definitely a
stopped.
shadow
It
ban.
stopped after a bit, and then like, well, you can't go and like. I'm like, why can't I'm like these are normal people that I'm liking. It's nothing crazy. It's just I'm just
But
liking.
they,
And I'm
they
like,
Yeah.
say you're
Yeah.
doing too much. You're
yeah. Why?
What-
who
what-
cares?
a lot
Isn't
of-
that the idea.
Suspicious.
A lot of times, what it is,
No.
and that's why I tell
Weird.
people don't have. A lot of people use the auto tweet systems.
See, I don't
and
do any of that. I do it all myself.
You don't
Oh,
ever
man.
want to use the auto tweets.
And I don't buy my followers either. Never have. Never
It
No,
have.
yeah.
depends on
Nope.
the tweets.
Well-
Like when a video sells on my many-vids, I have it tweet out so that my
Yeah, but
followers
that-
get FOMO.
Thing is, though, that's not like it's like some of the tweets will be like, and it's the site that screws it up usually, where all of a sudden it'll be like 2 or 3 in a day, and that will trigger the spam filters.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
I have so and so new followers and this many people
Yeah, they
stopped
do that.
following me. I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah, I've
those
seen it.
with
I don't,
those
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't do that either. Yeah.
And
Well,
that-
I
and
hate
that's
those
just
too,
them
so
clean-
that's
Yeah.
fine.
No,
That's-
I don't like
but
any of
who
that.
cares how many followers you have?
Yeah, I
like
don't
nobody.
know.
Yeah,
If you're
'cause, like,
worried
numbers
about
don't mean
that,
shit.
Yeah.
and there's
Serious.
It's very important that I get the perfect reverse cow pumpkin position shot.
So it wasn't, but now CDRs, CDRWs, DVD, DVRWs were all the way they worded it was this media and all formats going forward. But the flash drive wasn't included. So now if you mail a DVD, a DVD with anal on it to Mississippi, you have violated 3 different federal laws.
Yeah, you go to prison for that.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman that got 48 years.
I forgot
Yeah.
sodomy's still illegal out there, huh?
Yep.
Extremely.
Yep.
Now, here's the other trick.
Which,
Sodomy.
How would you even enforce that?
Sodomy is
What were you looking at?
everyone is talking about. Everyone automatically assumes sodomy is anal. Sodomy is any by letter of law,
Anything-
Penetrating.
by
Yeah, anything
by definition
except
of law,
missionary.
Yeah.
it is any position outside of mission, creation of life.
Yeah.
That is how the sodomy laws are written.
In
So,
Mississippi. maybe.
no, there's a federal sodomy law too, or polygamy,
Free handcuffs.
for
We'll talk later.
there's actual laws on the books where if you're married to a woman in this state, but then you're married to another woman in that state, the polygamy laws, there are federal laws like that that they can actually use. These are laws that were written
Way back.
way the hell back, and it
They've never
takes.
taken them off.
Well, look at what happened in Mississippi with
Too
the
expensive.
slavery law. They
Yeah.
were told they had to remove it. It cost them millions of dollars to remove a law that federal law already overrode.
Yeah.
But these are laws you can't take a bath with your horse in California. It's a freaking law that's still in the books.
Yeah, you can't have wire cutters in your back pocket in Texas because of the
It's
cow
a-
rustling.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yep.
Oh,
These are
yeah.
laws
It's
that are all
actually a
still on the
felony.
books.
Wow.
Yeah.
They never taken them off. So this
Because
is
it's too
this is
expensive.
one of the things that they can do.
But-
It's like here in Vegas. For a while there, they were having issues, especially on Fremont Street, from Fremont and Las Vegas Boulevard all the way to Eastern and Charleston. If you look at it on a map, it looks like a giant anarchy sign. Well, that was Prostitution Row for the longest time.
Yeah, that and Boulder Highway.
Well,
Yeah.
that's where it feeds into Boulder Highway.
Fremont feeds into Boulder Highway
it
right
does
there.
right
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
there. You're right. You're
So,
right. You're right.
Yep.
Here's one of
Right.
the
One of those
what
weird
a lot
things
of
in
prostitutes
Vegas.
would do is they would sit at bus
Changing.
stops. And, you know, they hang around bus stops. When the bus went by, you know, they would get up and walk away. Well,
Oh, I didn't want that bus.
now, the way that they do it is they can actually stop you for walking the wrong way on the sidewalk.
Were you?
Yes.
Yeah, you're supposed to like ride your bike on the same side
Yep.
and walk on the same side as the
Yep.
cars.
So this is it, they're nuisance laws. They're
Just so they can
they're
pick up
criminalizing the
people. Yeah.
homeless too. So
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, now
They're just
now
doing
the
all sorts of
the
weird
criminal
stuff
law that
nowadays.
took place
boring.
for the homeless, the way, unfortunately, they did not explain that very well to the public.
yeah.
But if you
They
look at
just
the
rushed
actual
it through.
law, the law is set up where if there are availabilities in the shelters, and you decide to sleep on the street,
You get
they can
arrested.
arrest you.
Yep.
Then you can
Wow.
get arrested.
Now, if there are no beds in any of the shelters,
Then you're allowed to sleep on the street.
then
Yeah.
you have that. By all means, they're not going to arrest you.
But the shelters aren't forced to let everyone in.
No, and a lot of
So-
the people that don't go to the shelters, they can't smoke, they can't drink, they
They
can't
can't
do
bring
their
their
drugs.
pets.
Shade Tree does have an area for women
Okay.
that they can take their pets.
Yeah.
But
But most
Shade
of
Tree
them-
is
That's only
designed
Shade
for an
Tree, yeah.
actual.
Right.
Shade Tree is designed as a battered women's shelter. That was
Yeah,
the
so
whole
it's
reason.
different.
It is. Monday's
Yeah, it's
Dark
different.
actually did an event for them.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that was one of the charities that they worked with.
So, yeah, the law wasn't presented to the public very clearly, and so a lot of people are like, "Oh, they're criminalizing." They're not doing like some states are, where they are criminalizing it.
Yeah.
Here, it's basically, hey, go to the shelters because there's shelter beds, and I know people don't want to go there, but you know, living in the tunnels where
Yeah,
you know
I know.
the rain drains, the storm drains,
That's just
that's dangerous.
If you want to put a card back and get another one, you can. But yeah, it's.
she's putting me on the spot.
No, just choose
Okay.
5 cards, and then I'll go first or whoever, because they've played before. But yeah, you can get as creative as you want. If you want to choose specific talent, or put props, costumes, locations,
Or-
get as in depth as you
I
want.
didn't even take my edible. This is going to be really. Imagine if I did though.
Oh, it gets quite funny.
It would.
You had the idea to sit on the cake when you were sober, so
Yes.
I have confidence you will do fine.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know somebody who's going to go watch Cats on edibles.
Can you?
That's
That is the
frightening.
only way
Can you grab
to
me 5 as
tolerate
well?
that.
I'm fucking nuts.
I'm on the back
It's all
door.
good.
I'm
You're on the back
I mean,
door,
we're all
50.
here.
It's weird children, and all of them are over 18. 2 of them are able to drink now legally. It's
Isn't that
like,
wild?
whoa.
What happened,
I could
right?
take you to the bar. We could go to the bar together, and you could order a drink. It's like weird. But yeah,
But that
it's,
is still cool.
I keep
But
trying to
they're
talk.
still cool,
I
yeah.
keep trying to
They're
talk my
still
kid into
cool.
going to the drag show.
he's interested.
He
but
wants to go.
I don't think he wants to go with his mom and dad. He wants to go with his friends. But hey, it's all
Funny,
cool.
like, yeah.
It is
And
funny.
you guys are so cool yourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they should be proud.
Yeah, oh,
their
we are
parents.
proud.
No, that they should be
Oh,
proud of you guys.
No.
We're pretty weird, so they're
When
like, yeah.
I
but
went and
it is,
dropped him.
yeah.
I went and
It's very
dropped
interesting.
Yager, our one son, dropped a place, and I picked him up. I was like, because I invited him and his friends. I was like, hey, you know, if you guys we're going to the drag show, you guys are more than welcome to come along. And his one friend is not 21; they're 19. So he's like,
so
I
close,
was like,
yeah.
oh, that sucks. But then when I picked him up later, the one friend, their mom came out and was like, $5.
All you can
Wow.
drink.
Yeah.
All you can
I've seen
drink.
people carried out.
Yeah, you could get fucked up, but get home
Where
safely.
people are like pulling their clothes on, all dragging them out the door.
Yeah. What? No,
they're
my
dragging
and the
them
girl
out
is
the
Just
that.
like,
Oh wow.
Exactly. Yeah.
so wasted.
And it's usually
Please
the only-
drink responsibly so you don't end up getting made fun of on Rocket Triple X Radio.
Yeah.
But we love you all. Just get home safely. Make sure you have a safe way to get home.
It's one of the only
That's all
places
that
you'll find me
matters.
running around in my underwear.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And the Phoenix, shout out to the Phoenix, they're the only gay bar that allows women to participate
Yes.
in underwear night also.
Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome.
So it's nice.
I'm not saying
any-
names, but there's a certain bar that don't take too kindly to the women folk, and I don't like them.
Oh, that's not cool.
Not cool at all. So
Their
Phoenix,
underwear night is men
we
and
love
men's
you.
underwear only.
And-
I'm
and
not
see,
okay with that.
No.
They need
That's one of the nice
men's
things.
underwear is okay. too.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I,
Yeah.
Fair.
I usually
So
borrow
we love
hers.
women. We love the Phoenix, yes.
Oh, I look at it like
And it gives me
a
an
lot
excuse
of
to buy more
times.
matching bra and underwear sets.
Ha ha ha. A lot of times, and especially with ladies in the adult industry, we started getting them to come to the Phoenix. One, they can hang out, they can have fun, and they don't have guys hitting on them left and right.
As much.
You could just chill out.
As much,
No.
yeah.
No, they usually have the
There's
girls
still
hitting on them.
my guys.
Yeah, there are a few.
There are a few, but not as much as if they went to a regular
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
And it's
Most
a
of
very
them are just
low
being
key.
friendly.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's very before the
Smash
underwear.
Brothers
Yeah,
or,
Smash
like,
Brothers, Soul
yeah,
Caliber,
Soul
or
Calibur
whatever.
stuff, yeah.
And then she gives prizes, and it's role play, and you gotta come in costume because you're invited to an orgy. Ha 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 ha! Orgy and costumes, two of my favorite things. And it's bareback, so everyone was already tested. They have their paperwork, all that, paperwork, all that.
Oh,
You were hustling us. Yeah, you were hustling us.
What you're doing. You know what you're doing.
So
She knows
we
exactly.
get to having a good time, and I deep throat her.
Ooh.
I'm like, I'm folding.
The rest is up to the imagination.
Wow, that was nice.
This was not.
I looked over, and I saw a vacuum.
Ooh. A vacuum.
I actually turned it on, and didn't use the sucker part on my vagina on the casting couch in front of the director that was there. I just kind of like humped the vacuum because there weren't any vibrating sex toys.
Oh,
So I had
okay.
to use.
You improvised.
Yes,
Improv.
I had to
Oh,
improvise.
wonderful.
I had to
Wonderful.
improvise. Well, the director got all excited
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, you know what?
There's talent
I
there.
need to bend you over and do you doggy style."
Ooh.
And I said, "Okay, that's fine." No, he had some other people, some other crew that were there, and they were very timid. So we decided, you know what? Let's stand behind the curtain. No, I wanted to make sure everybody was happy and do a glory hole.
Oh,
But
that's
it.
amazing. Yes.
All right.
That was wonderful.
I'm like, oh, wait,
Wonderful.
I cannot beat that, though.
End
That's-
scene.
Thank God. Oh, my God. Oh.
That was wonderful. You
Yes.
did amazing.
beautiful. Wow.
Those were awesome.
I'm telling you, my husband's in it now. He's going, what the fuck is she doing now? Like,
He's furiously writing all these great ideas down.
he's like, guess what you're doing? Yeah.
I'm gonna make this
Got
porn.
some new
Yeah,
jobs
yeah,
for
yeah.
you. Oh,
And it had
stepdad.
yeah, and I'm like, next time,
Hey,
fucking
I-
warn me, because I don't, I don't.
You asked me not to tell you. I didn't tell you. And look at the
I
surprise
know.
you got.
I'm not shaming anybody's fetish,
No.
but I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see it.
Some people like stepdaddy and daddy and
Yeah, that and no.
That's why I would draw the line, though, when I was working a lot. It was one of those, I'll do the stepmom thing, but it's too weird if I did something that's just me personally.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
like, I'm just like, no,
that's a
cut it.
stepdad.
And I know that's big sellers. I mean,
Right.
they're extremely popular videos, but that's. I'm kind of vanilla, you know. Yeah, I don't mind coming up with the ideas for the machines and
Yeah.
all of that. I will, you know.
But you know what I noticed too? What sucks is like when I get pigeonholed. So it's like you're gonna be that MILF. I don't even have kids. But besides that, it's like, but no matter what, you're stuck in.
They
these
yeah
certain
Right.
things.
they usually
You know,
pigeonhole you and
Right.
it's like
And I know,
okay.
believe me, I know I'm not gonna be the cheerleader or whatever. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But but when you're in that, it's always like you need to be the stepmom or you need to be, and it's always like.
Really?
It's like yeah, do you have any
let's
creativity?
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same old crap.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that kind of boils.
We got to bring more creativity.
something.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of the things that I like about Wood Rocket. Wood Rocket is
Yeah.
awesome.
Very
They're
good friends of mine.
so
We work with them
creative.
on other projects.
SpongeBob SquareNuts.
SpongeBob.
Yeah. I did Bob's Boners off of Bob's Burgers.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, you were in that?
You were in it? Yes.
Oh,
I had the
I
glasses,
know.
the short-haired
Oh my God.
wig.
Yes.
Anthony Rosano was Bob, and I'm from New York originally, so I have the accent. So I pulled her accent. So here I am blowing Anthony Rosano. I'm like, sure, I'm doing my thing, and I'm like, Bobby, come on my face. And it was, and I started laughing, both looking at each other, we're laughing, trying not to laugh, and I'm like, this is fucking nuts. This is fucking nuts. But it was fun. It was.
That seems like a lot of
Oh
fun.
man,
Yeah.
They
I wish
are the
I'd been
greatest.
Tina. I would have been like butts.
Yeah, but.
Butts.
Oh, no, it was a great. That was really a lot of fun to shoot. It
Oh
turned
my
out
God, yeah.
wonderful. They're
Sounds
good friends. The
wonderful.
Wood Rocket team, they're very good friends, and they're very creative people.
Oh, they
do
are.
the wackiest.
Their ball pit and the studio,
Oh, I
all
love
the
the ball
different
pit.
things.
Yeah,
oh
we
my
just went over to the
gosh.
studio for the
Oh, you
first time. It's beautiful
When did you
there. I
go?
love it.
Was it recent?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Oh,
right?
really?
Last Tuesday? Yeah.
For your
I,
shoot?
Isn't
yeah,
it
I
so
had a
relaxing
shoot with
in the
Will
ball pit?
Tile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't actually been in the ball pit. I just saw it.
It is. I just went into just to feel it.
Yeah.
And you get in there, and you're just like, I'm not getting out. Like it's
This
just
is
like,
awesome.
oh, it's so.
We'll be doing the ball pit on the 26th.
Oh, after ABN. Yeah, the post ABN.
Oh, yeah, they're
we're
partying?
going
Yeah.
to the brunch.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Us
The cereal
too.
bar.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Or you
yeah.
guys will. I might stop by. I'll talk to them. But if we're around, but they're so much fun. You're gonna. Oh,
Yeah,
better go in the
it's
ball
gonna be
pit.
great.
Go in the ball pit.
Yay!
That's probably going to be the first thing I do. Like, I'm a little kid on the
Dive
inside. Like,
in.
I'm
Yes.
21 and up on the outside, but on the inside, I'm like,
On the inside, yeah,
I'm
just
like,
a little
I
kid.
Go to the bounce house.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. It is. It is awesome. It is so awesome.
So much
We
fun.
should do a porn in a bounce house with my boobs all just like.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny.
See?
That'd be hilarious.
Yes.
Yes.
On that, if
This
you
is-
rent a bounce house, do they make you
Yeah.
sign something that says you don't? Because I don't think they do.
Don't no.
No.
We could just say it's for a children's birthday party and then just like not invite children.
Then they're gonna be like, "Wait, aren't you that pumpkin fucker?"
Yeah, they're gonna know. They're gonna
Then
see you
you'll
coming.
know. Oh my gosh, that would be so scary.
Oh.
Then
Funny.
you get to pay the deposit.
Yeah, you'll pay that
I'll leave. I'll leave
cover
one.
it.
I'll leave one connected, so it'd be kind of like up.
like
you
a
know?
kite.
Oh wow.
Oh my god,
Oh.
so messed
So we're
up.
basically
No.
like parasailing on it.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, nobody's
You know
ever
that
done
doesn't work very
I
well.
know, right?
No one's in.
That'll
No
sell.
one's there. There we go.
Nobody's gonna jerk
That's
off to
unique.
that.
You don't know that.
But they
You
might
don't
You're
buy
know
right.
it.
I don't know. I
You
don't
don't
know.
know that. There's a
You never know.
lot of people out there that
Be
have
surprised what
weird
people jerk off
fetishes.
to.
There's probably a mortal peril kink, like I'm sure.
You got the guy swimming in the water, and the girl is naked from the waist down, parasailing, and she comes in and just smacks it right on his face.
Like the running butthole challenge.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Right,
yes.
keep running butthole challenge. I
Oh,
don't even know. You guys have to
okay,
educate me.
so-
It's been a while.
Oh,
There's
wow.
this guy on, Twitter, and he's in porn, and it's Pierce Paris. And,
Yeah.
like, he
Oh,
does
yeah, yeah.
all this crazy stuff with his butthole. He's, like, so fun. And,
He's hilarious.
Like, he did one video
I've seen
where,
his
like,
butthole way too many
he,
times.
like, ran at the camera and then jumped and, like, spread his legs and, like, tried to land his butthole on the camera.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it started like a whole trend. I ended up doing it.
Wow.
Like it was super fun. I had I Believe I Can Fly playing in the background.
Oh no, no.
I figured R. Kelly would be down.
Yeah, he can't say nothing against that.
yeah.
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 Oh,
No, you can't say nothing, that's for sure.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm over 18, but like I figure he's not gonna yell at me.
He's not gonna,
He's
yeah.
looking at porn. He has a tunnel and stuff because he does
Okay,
gay porn,
right.
so like he's used to stretching it
Right.
because
Yeah.
Well, look at him. No, this
Hand motions.
This is fascinating.
It is.
He just
It is the
won,
creativity.
the best like gay performer of the year at X.
I would
Yeah.
have to say.
Yeah,
I
so,
saw that
like,
tweet about
I hope
that.
I get to see him at AVN because I want to like
Now I
give him a
wanna
hug and
meet
be
him.
like, I want to be a dude more because of you. I want to work with him. Oh my god.
Ah, that's awesome.
I'm gonna say, oh shit, but
He's
that's
an
not good to say
inspiration.
for that.
Really an inspiration.
Oh, no shit.
No.
Just don't.
No, no, no. Oh, okay.
I found that out the fun way. I don't know. Let me try.
Let's try.
And like I put one in and like a little like you know
Oh,
it was
yeah.
good.
Right.
And then I tried to do it again and then it wouldn't like bloop out and I was like
It went past too
yeah
far.
and then like I tried to like get it with my finger but
Right,
I kept
scoop it.
pushing it
Oh,
further
yeah, because it's
Oh,
round.
no.
Oh.
so it just kept
Oh, no.
spinning because it was covered in loosened
Yeah,
too.
oh,
So, like, it just kept
oh.
going further in.
So,
It took
Oh,
like
no.
learn from her
13
mistake.
hours.
Don't do that.
Next
Don't put
time that
things in your
happens,
ass
Don't-
next time that
without
happens,
Drink a lot of
retrieve
coffee.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Just
I
give
had
me-
to take laxatives.
What are you?
Yeah.
gotta give me a call. In my medical kit, I have because I have a med
Do you have an
card
extractor?
Well,
Oh no.
honestly, like
I have a
if it
med
had
card
been in there
license.
for too long, I would have gone to the hospital.
Oh, yeah, I was
but
gonna
because
say.
I eventually
And I'm sure that would,
Passed
but
it, I was
nothing new
fine.
for
So
them.
one of the
Yeah.
medications that it was like one of the small travel size shampoo bottles.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And on that note, we'll wrap up with our sponsors. Oh, and a song. So give you some time to think about a song, and we'll add it to our list. It can be any song, heavy metal, opera, rap, whatever just represents you or just makes you feel good, or whatever song you want to add to our list. We have quite an eclectic array of songs. But so I'll give that something for you to think about. And we'll give a last shout out to Mike from X Tax Pro. Just in case people.
I forget that my name is kind of like confusing sometimes.
It's a little tricky, a lot of R's and A's and R's.
Yeah, I had to be extra. I know.
It's
but
all good.
Yeah, it's ALARALA. But
it rolls off the
It's
tongue.
like-
It does.
It's good for my
Look
OCD.
at this.
Yes.
Look at this, you
I
guys.
found that the other day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It looked like a Stonehenge from far away.
It
It's like,
does,
I
yeah.
picked up that. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
I do all those nature
All right,
things.
your profile is officially cool.
Now you have his stamp of approval.
Right.
Now you're all set. You've been verified. Where can we find you?
Me, you can find me at jacobstylexxx.com. I'm also on Twitter as jacobstyle_xxx. So again, that's jacobstylexxx.com.
Fruit salad.
I'll toss your salad.
Ooh, where's that card?
Right?
I was hoping for that card.
I know. I don't think that card is in there. We need to get some blank ones. And hey, Porn the Game, we're gonna add some cards to your deck there. And then you can follow me on Twitter at JulieRocketXXX. Check out my website, JulieRocketXXX.com, and follow Rocket Triple X Radio. And check out our playlist on Spotify, and catch all of our previous episodes on SoundCloud. And check out YouTube. It's youtube.com/lowercase